Hey guys, Matt here, trying to keep everything simple. I finished the hood and it's covered in plastic right now, but I'll go ahead and show you. You can see the corner over here, all covered in the high build primer. Finished the sanding with 400. If you can see through right in there, you can see the dark spot. That's a little bit of an epoxy primer that I had placed on over top of basically this. I made the mistake of sanding all the way down to metal and through the old epoxy primer and didn't really do much body work. So I've learned from my mistake, trying to correct that. I've now sanded down to 80 grit on this entire panel and noticed a bunch of low spots, high spots obviously. You can see where I've cut through to the metal. I've cut through to the old, it looks like epoxy primer. So that's what I'm assuming. But if you notice, a lot of high spots, a lot of low spots. So I'm starting the body filler now rather than putting a coat of epoxy primer on, putting the high build primer, sanding down and finding out then that I should have put body filler on. Because spots of body filler you can do once rather than doing 3-4 different coats of the high build primer and sanding that down. So you can see that I made the mistake of putting the high build primer on first. Did sand a lot of it off. Notice still some sitting there, so it is starting to level out. Hopefully putting in the body filler now, sanding this all down, getting it as smooth as humanly possible before I do the coat of epoxy primer will help me get my high build primer much more level. So that's where I'm at with this project. Doing the best I can, learning as I go. The hood took me probably 3 weeks to do. Wasn't putting enough high build primer on the hood. So every time I was sanding down, I was going right back down to the epoxy primer. So this time around, I'm starting with the body filler. Going to get this panel as flat and level as I possibly can before I even move on to the epoxy primer and high build. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. This so far has only taken me a couple of hours rather than that hood taking me a few weeks. I believe this is only going to take me a couple of days. So learning from my own mistakes, making my own type of progress. And in life, any type of progress is progress. One step forward, getting her done. Gonna make it as beautiful as I can. All right, guys, keep it simple.